Flags are raised. And they're off. Almost 3 circuits of the track to race and 18 fences to jump in this Tote Killarney National handicap chase. And on the inside, Happy Jackie is one of the first to show in front with top weight Panda Boy. And on the outside, Hasker Claremont, and all 14 safely jumped the first fence on the quick run between the first and second fences. And again, all safely over the second. So shortly to make the run into the back straight for the first time. And it's Happy Jackie, the leader, with on the outside Gaelic Arc taking much closer order under Daniel King. Gold Bullion races third with a gradual slope, one of 3 greys in the race on the inside of Pagan, and on the outer the top weight Panda Boy as they jump fence number 3. And they're followed over that by Lightkeeper and Stealthy Tom, with wide on the track is Cadatharla. On the inside, behind the leaders, races Gold Bullion with the gradual slope. And towards the centre of the fence is Brazil, with in the same ownership Donkey Ears, Moon Over Clune and Quest with Speed are the 2 back markers. So they've jumped the first 3 and heading into the bottom turn to bring them towards the straight for the first time. And towards the centre of the track, Gaelic Arc and Daniel King, possibly just with the overall advantage over Happy Jackie and Ricky Doyle on the inner. They're followed by Pagan and Paul Townend in third. Fourth is Panda Boy, the top weight under John Shinnick. They're followed towards the inner by the gradual slope and Mark McDonough as they come to fence number 4. Gold Bullion is towards mid-division under Darragh O'Keefe, with behind that one races Lightkeeper towards the outside in company with Stealthy Tom and one of the 3 greys in the race, Hasker Claremont, as they jump fence number 5 and come up to race towards the fence which will be the last in 2 circuits time. And it's Gaelic Arc who's carving a passage towards the right over towards the stand side, is going to jump that with a couple of lengths of a lead over Happy Jackie, who jumps it in second. They're followed in third by Pagan towards the centre, with on the inside, on the outside rather, the grey Hasker Claremont, followed then by the gradual slope and Gold Bullion. Half a length then to find Panda Boy and Brazil, with on the outside Lightkeeper. Certainly the outside being favoured by quite a few of the riders, and they're followed by Donkey Ears and Cadatharla, with Brazil towards the inner. Stealthy Tom has just dropped back through the field a little bit, but is well in touch with the leading group. The back 2 are Moon Over Clune and Quest with Speed. So as they come to fence number 7, it's Happy Jackie and Ricky Doyle on the inside, Gaelic Arc and towards the outer, the two jump at first and second. Followed in third by Pagan, the gradual slope and Gold Bullion towards the inner as they jump that next one. Followed then by Hasker Claremont, and behind Hasker Claremont races Panda Boy. Next in the field then is Brazil, who's in front of Moon Over Clune, who's made a place or 2 ahead of Lightkeeper and Donkey Ears. Cadatharla next, Stealthy Tom and the back marker, and just struggling a little bit to hold its place at this stage is last Monday's Down Royal winner Quest with Speed, as the remainder of the field jump the fence in the back straight. Fence number 9. And head down towards the bottom turn once more. Gaelic Arc the leader for Dan King, a couple of lengths in front of Happy Jackie in second. Hasker Claremont and Pagan dispute third and fourth, with Gold Bullion on their inside, followed then by the gradual slope. Panda Boy with Lightkeeper quite wide on the track, followed then by Moon Over Clune. As they make the bottom turn behind Moon Over Clune, races Donkey Ears and Stealthy Tom, with Cadatharla on the inner, and Quest with Speed at this stage is just managing to stay in touch with the main body of the group as they turn into the straight for the penultimate time. Heading to fence number 10. And over, Gaelic Arc. Good jump in front. Lands a couple in the lead over Happy Jackie and Pagan. Hasker Claremont in 4. Towards the outside is Lightkeeper. They're followed by Gold Bullion, with Brazil making a place or 2 on the inside as they jump that fence. And they're followed over that by Panda Boy, who's in front of Donkey Ears, Stealthy Tom and Cadatharla. And the back marker continues to be Quest with Speed. Heading to the fence number 12, which will be the last in the circuit's time. And Gaelic Arc, enjoying itself in front under Dan King, leads, extending its advantage over that, and jumps that fluently. Lands about 8 lengths in front of Happy Jackie and Pagan. They're followed by the gradual slope, Gold Bullion now towards the centre of the fence, followed on the inner by Brazil, and then next in the field comes Hasker Claremont. Behind Hasker Claremont races Panda Boy, Moon Over Clune, Lightkeeper wide on the track. Cadatharla towards the inner, followed then by Donkey Ears. And the back 2 as they head out in the final circuit are Stealthy Tom, last year's runner-up, and the back marker Quest with Speed. When they've completed 2 circuits, And all 14 still stand in the Killarney National Handicap Chase as they head out for the final time. 6 fences left to jump. But Gaelic Arc stolen a bit of a march on these, although its lead is diminishing somewhat as they come to this 6th last fence, as both Happy Jackie and Pagan close up to within about 4 lengths. They're followed over that fence by Gold Bullion in 5. Behind Gold Bullion is the Gradual Slope, but next to the field is Brazil on the inner, just being pushed along for a stride or two. Hasker Claremont is losing its pitch towards the outer as well, has been passed by Panda Boy and Cadatharla, and on the outside by Light Keepers. They head into the back straight and towards the fence 4 from the finish. Gaelic Arc still has a lead, although a reduced one as they come to the fence 4 out. The Gradual Slope, Gold Bullion, Pagan towards the far side, jumps it in second. Happy Jackie towards the inner. They're followed by Light Keeper, just gets a reminder towards the outside. Panda Boy is getting reminders too, and they're followed by Moon Over Clune, who travels okay, as they head down inside the final 5 furlongs and head towards the bottom bend for the final time. Gaelic Arc, Pagan moves up on the inside under Paul Townend. Between horses, races Happy Jackie. They're followed by the Gradual Slope. Moon Over Clune has got a great run up the inside for James Smith and has come up to almost dispute the lead. Cadatharla also getting much closer just in behind those leaders, and they're followed by the Gradual Slope and Donkey Years. Heading towards the turn into the straight, 3 fences left to jump in the Killarney National, and it's Moon Over Clune now come towards the centre of the fence. Join issue almost with Pagan. Moon Over Clue sent the Birch flying. Back in third is Cadatharla. They're followed by Happy Jackie in the Gradual Slope as they head down towards the second last. And it's Pagan, the leader, from on the far side, Cadatharla. And these two go on from Moon Over Clue at the second last. Pagan lands in the lead from Cadatharla in second. Moon Over Clue in third. Happy Jackie in the Gradual Slope next. But down towards the final fence, it's Pagan being pressed now on the far side by Cadatharla and Gavin Browder. As they race down towards the last, it's Pagan, the stand side. On the far side, Cadatharla, not a lot to choose between the two at the last. Pagan lands a neck in front of Cadatharla in second, clear of Moon Over Clune and Happy Jackie, and it's Pagan and Paul Townend. Cadatharla not giving up on the far side for Gavin Browder as they race up towards the finish. On the far side, Cadatharla, the stand side, Pagan, nothing getting up to the line. Cadatharla and Pagan put it up to the judge, clear of Happy Jackie in third, Moon Over Clune 4, the Gradual Slope and Donkey Years.
Gavin, well done. Just talk us through that, and I suppose you were behind just after the line, behind just before the line, but up on the line.
Yeah, I actually got a good run around off him. He got a little bit low at a couple of his fences and rubbed a few, but never any danger. He never really lost much momentum on the way around. And just switched in coming up the straight, had a bit more room. He likes his bit of room, and he kind of measured the last pretty awkwardly, and he was quick at it even at the back of it, but he lost the guts of a length, and he toughed it out the whole way up the run.
You were on a horse who had promised so much initially. It hadn't really happened for him over fences. Were you kind of riding him to give him confidence in the race?
Yeah, I rode him the last time, Punchestown. He actually got rid of me at the first, but I just wasn't ready for him. And Mr. Berry said just keep a good hold of him now and be ready for him, And to be fair, the horse gave me a great spin around. When you help him with his jumping, he's actually fairly decent at it.
Good run of form for you. What's the hope for the season ahead now?
I don't know. If I could stay injury free and ride as many winners as I can and keep getting on the right horses, I'd be very happy.
For a jockey at your sort of level, injuries must be an absolute killer because you just have to start again.
Yeah, I was kind of a bit unlucky the first maybe 4 or 5 years. I've just niggly things like ankles and shoulders and back and more ankles and wrists, and just when they knock you out, it's kind of hard to get the form back again.
Feeling good now?
Feeling brilliant now after that.
Where are you today?
I kind of float around the corridor now and down to Mouse, and I'd go up to Paul Flynn there and he'd ring me and just float about.
Between Paul Flynn and Mouse, you'll have a bit of crack anyway.
I hope so, yeah, hope so.
Well done.
Thanks. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.